I often hear you talking about the internet. Do you know any of these things?
Yes, I know, the basics.
Look, I would like to know how to send an email, but I have no idea. I learned some things from here and there about the internet, but I couldn't find out how to send emails.
I can help you. We'll look at some preliminaries and then we'll go to a PC connected to the internet. We will create an email account for you, together, and you will send your first message to me. Something polite.
Okay, if you teach me well, but what is exactly an email account?
Internet is basically a network of computers and other devices connected to each other. Internet is similar to the telephone network. Sending email is like a phone call. You pick up the phone at home and call anyone you want, as long as you know their number, of course.
Okay, so far. I have a phone at home.
The telephone company will give you access to the internet, that is, it will also be an internet service provider for you. Having an email account is necessary to send and receive messages. It's just like on the phone, you need your own phone number from which you call, and of course the phone number you want to get in touch with. In email, instead of numbers with many digits, we have the accounts that consist of words. In fact, each user determines the first part of its own account name. There are many companies that offer this email service, but creating an email account is similar in all these companies. First of all, you have to decide on the first part of the account. You can choose something abstract, but a good technique is to write your name and surname in Latin, Yanis.Caligiru. My email account is thomas.nicolau@gmail.com. The first part, as you can imagine, I choose it and Google decided for the second part, after the symbol @ The rest of your email account similarly will be created automatically by the company in which you will acquire an account. But you also need to create a password that only you can know, so that no one can use your account for malicious purposes. Therefore this code must be complex.
So what does complicated mean?
One cannot easily guess him like 1 2 3 4 or Yanis. It should be a series of digits, letters and symbols that make no sense to anyone else but you, although it is best not to make sense to you either.
Yes, but then how will I remember him?
With a little effort you will memorize it. After memorizing the password, don't write it anywhere and don't give it to anyone. Never. Now Yanis, that you saw how an email account being created, it's the time to create a new one for you and send a first email. We will prefer Google, because Gmail is what I know better. First we will create the account and then we will see how we manage it.
Okay.
In essence, you will follow the instructions given to you by Gmail itself. But don't forget the name you will give to your account and the safety rules for the password.
I remember.
Google has a kind of code to distinguish the messages you read from the ones you haven't read yet. As a general rule, what you have read is marked with regular letters, while what you have not read yet is marked with bold letters. If you have a lot of messages that you haven't read yet, it allows you, if you want, to highlight them and read them one after the other.
But I have messages already. How is this possible?
Well, Gmail send you automatically a few initial messages, kind of welcome.
Okay. Very polite.
Yanis, welcome to the world of email.
Thank you.
Now Yanis, it's time to send your first email. To me. Do you remember my Gmail account?
Well, Thomas.Nicolau.
Yep. Now it is better to understand some basic terms, like CC, BCC, recipient, sender, subject, reply. They are translated in our language, but it is good to know them in English as well, because many times they are used also in English language. You directly the incoming messages, the messages you receive. But if you want to remember the messages you send, you have to choose from the menu at the left. And now Yanis, one more important issue. How to attach a file to a Gmail message.
I don't understand. What means attach and what a file has to do?
Let's say that you have a digital photo of us and you want to send it to me. This photo is a file, and when you send me an Gmail with this photo, we say that the photo is attached to this message.
Okay. And can I send also a biographic note if I want to apply for a job?
Yes. Your note is in this case another file and you have to attach it to the Gmail with your application.
Got it, thanks.
You are welcome.